everyone, and welcome to my first ever podcast episode of my new podcast that I'm gonna be calling Dune and Pastries. Uh, I wanted to do a podcast for a quite long time because I am watching a lot of them at the moment, and it just helps me, pass the time. So I wanted to contribute by myself into the world of podcasting. So if you found your way onto my channel, thank you very much. Welcome. Hope you enjoy this here, what I have to offer to you, and yeah, let's get into it. So, my name is Michael. I am 22 years old, soon to be 23 in the next 2 weeks. Um, I'm originally from the Czech Republic, but I came to the UK for university about 3 years ago. I'm studying in Birmingham, in the UK, as I said, culinary arts management. I'm in my last year, so this is most likely not the best year to start a podcast, as I'm gonna be having my hands full with dissertation and stuff, but I will try to be somewhat consistent. It's only an hour and something in a day, so I'll try. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You never know. Um, yeah, I started knitting about a year ago, I would say. I started crocheting first in the lockdown times of year 2021, I believe, in March or April, and I really just wanted to do something with my hands because I was just bored and had nothing to do. So I was like, might as well make something productive out of it, make a blanket, make a sweater, who knows. So I started crocheting, and I actually started with those little guys that you can see up there. It's a little St. Patrick's cake crocheted. It's a plushie. So I started with these. I really like them, but then I transitioned into, I wanted to try knitting as well. So I slowly transitioned into it when I came home from my placement that I had to do for my uni course in August, I want to say, of the same year. And pretty much ever since, I've not really touched the crochet hook apart from to fix a couple of dropped stitches here and there. But yeah, I can still do it. It's just not my cup of tea at the moment. I have my teeth fully synced into the world of knitting, and I just can't seem to stop, as you'll see with my work in projects. I wanted to also do this podcast because, as a guy, I don't, not saying there's no guys out there, there's plenty of us who knit, and it's amazing to see. It's just not, I think, something as common in the podcasting world of YouTube's. So I wanted to give it a try and see where it takes me. It might take me nowhere. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, well, now let's get to the finished objects then first. I filmed this episode yesterday, but it just wasn't good, and it was a lot to talk about. So I rewritten the whole script, if you can call it, in my little notebook. So I don't forget about anything, and also so I don't talk about way too many things, because I did jump around a lot because I forgot about things and then did some things in not the order I would like them to be in. So now I have a structure, so let's give it a try again. Alright, so my first finished object would be, these are not really chronologically organized. I didn't really write down when I finished them, so I'm not really sure when I finished them. I just know some of them were finished earlier than the others. But the first one is my version, or my take on the single malt sweater by Max. It's just I just wanted like a whole set of his single malt to fit his single malt sweater pretty much, which I knit, and is to this day one of my favorite things I've ever knit. It's, I think, my first sweater I've ever done. This hat is only missing the pom-pom that should be on top of it. I'm just haven't got around to actually sewing it on. But it's made in Drops, Nepal, I believe, in the Aran weight. It's an Aran weight yarn. You see it in the cake. I'm hoping the colors are somewhat okay on the camera, because I'm filming this on my phone. Yeah, it's a Drops Nepal, as I said. It's in the color Forest something, I'm not quite sure. Is the color 8906. It's a mix of 65% wool and 35% alpaca. It's a 50-gram ball and you get 75 meters for it. So, and it's really affordable. This is like £1.50, I want to say, a ball. So even if you need like the 15 or something you need for the sweater, it's still cheap. I think the whole sweater cost me like, because I got it on sale I think before, and it was like £30 maybe. So yeah, really great yarn. It's really soft once it washes, and as I said, it's one of my favorite sweaters to this day, so love this. The second one in my series, as I'm gonna call it, is the mitten version. It's the same yarn, same everything, same pattern, same pretty much. I think I just use small needles because I want it a little bit tighter gauge. So I think this is on 4.5 and 4 millimeters or something like that. I've not really written it down yet fully. I still have to do the second one, but I think I did this in a day. It's a really quick knit, and it's quite nice. So I can't wait to finish the other one as well. And yeah, same yarn, Nepal, alpaca wool, really soft, really nice. Right, next one is my Gold Star sweater by Max the Knitter. I made quite a lot of things from him already. This is just one more of them. This sweater is made in, once again, not Chops Nepal, excuse me, in Shops Lima. This is the color Grey Mix. For the contrast color, I used the yarn from a indie dyer called Pixie yarn. There you go, Pixie yarn in the colorway Rascal. It's a blend of merino and nylon, 75-25. It's a 4-ply DK weight, 225 meters per 100 grams. And then for the gray color right here, I used the West Yorkshire Spinners Croft DK. There you go. In the colorway Kova. I hope I'm saying it correctly. It's a DK weight again. It's 100 grams per 225 meters. It's 100% Shetland Islands wool. It's really nice. I really like the colors of it. I've discovered that I'm not really a big fan of circular yolks, as it sits nice, but it's kind of different feel on the shoulders. I feel like it's just slipping up every single time I do something with my hands. So as much as I like it, I'm probably not gonna get as much wear of it, so I might give it to someone in the future, but we'll see about that. But yeah, it's a pattern by Max the Knitter. It's a DK weight sweater. I did this in like a day. Not a day, that's way too fast. In less than a week, I want to say. I just wanted something quick, so I did this. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's really fun sweater to knit, really easy. The only thing I would say about this is that I did the sleeves when it blocked out. I didn't realize how much the yarn would stretch, the West Yorkshire Spinners. So that's the only thing that's really keeping me from wearing it, because it's also quite long. It's pretty much like if I would stretch it, it's like here. So it's not the biggest issue, but it's a bit too long for my liking. So yeah, but that's on me, because I do not like to swatch, like, ever. But I have some projects that I want to do that I will probably need to swatch for, and I'm not looking forward to it, but we'll have to do what we have to do. Anyways, tracking right along. The next finished object is a free pattern. It's from Pearl Soho. It's just their I believe it's called half and half triangles dishcloth or something like that, or is using the half and half triangle series construction. Just pretty much, as the name suggests, 2 triangles connected in the middle, and it's made using short rows. You start with the longer edge, you decrease with the short rows, then you knit all the way across, and then you start on the other side and go back and expand. It's a really nice pattern. It's a nice palette cleanser, I would say. I made this in the Hobbii yarn in the rainbow cotton 8/8. I think it's 8/8 cotton. It's a DK weight yarn. It's really soft. It's even softer than one of the cotton yarns that I have coming up. But yeah, it's really nice, really soft. want to use as much as I want of it, so I might make another one of these because I have still quite a lot behind me. But yeah, Pearl Soho half and half triangles dishcloth. And the last thing that I finished that I can remember for the last month was actually a test knit for Max the Knitter once again. It's another one in his single mold series, which actually I think prompted me to try and figure out how to make it into the mittens, the hat, and I want to make a scarf as well. These are his single mold socks. I did the test knit for him. These are really nice and easy to knit socks. They are made in DK weight yarn, so it goes quickly. I think I made the one in like a day. I did slightly bigger size than I should have, so I'm probably gonna either undo these and redo them or just leave them because they're nice at house stock. They're really warm. They are made in the... I don't know if the yarn or the yarn ball anymore because I threw it all out because I used it all. It's made in a Hobbii yarn, the rainbow sock, I believe, 8 ply in the color curry. It's a really nice bright yellow. I really like it. It's not the softest yarn that I felt because it's not super wash, it's just normal plain wool. I'm not actually sure what breed of sheep it is from, but it's still nice. It's nice, warm and snuggly, so in the harsh winter days that might be upon us, they are gonna come in handy, very much so. And also I have a half finished object which kind of transitions into the finished, FOs, no, whips, works in progress. So this is the Snuggle Sock by Max the Knitter once again. As you can see, I really like his patterns. I want to still make more. But yeah, these are his DK weight socks. They have a lining of a Surrey alpaca in them. So they take quite a while to knit because the leg is fine, but once you get to the foot, no, the foot is fine, but once you get to the leg, it's quite long because it should be even longer than this. I shorten it because I was kind of getting bored of it. And then you pretty much have to knit another sock because the lining goes all the way inside, so it's nice and warm. It's pretty much like, because it's a mosaic knitting, it's like triple thick because it's like 2 layers of knitting plus 1 extra layer of the inside of it. But they are really nice, really cozy. The Surrey alpaca is really soft. This is the first time I ever knitted with it, and if it wasn't so a little bit out of my price range, I would do a bit more with it. But it's really nice. The main color for this one is the West Yorkshire Spinners DK again, the Croft, in the color Cove. And the contrasting color is the iron weight, which I didn't quite realize it wasn't. I thought it wasn't gonna be an issue, and it really wasn't. And it's the Croft Shetland Tweed. It's 100% Shetland wool once again. It's 166 meters per 100 grams. And it's in the colorway Hillswick. It's a really nice yarn. As I said, it's not the softest. It does soften up a little bit when you wash it, but yeah, I've not bought them yet because I'm still finishing the other one. I'm still wanting to finish the other one before I actually wear them because wearing one sock is kind of weird. But they're really nice, really soft. Gonna be really snuggly for the winter time. And as I said, that kind of transitions us into the works in progress, which, as I said, is the second one to the Snuggle Socks. In this one, it's the exact same. I just reversed the colors, so the contrast color is the main color and the main color is the contrast color here. I'm making this under 4mm. I believe that's what's recommended in the pattern as well. And I have the little Max's Progress Keeper. It's a pan from when he did his Dark Materials yarn club. I really like it. It's really cute. I have quite a few of them, which I think most of them you'll see on my projects because they're really cute and really nice to have on the projects just to look at them. And yeah, I'm hoping to finish this at some point. I'm not really in a rush. But yeah, really nice pattern. Go support him if you don't know him. He's a really nice guy and great designer. And he's coming with patterns every single day, and I just want to make all of them, and I don't have the time. Right, next one. I'm gonna talk about my last year's mystery knit along by Stephen West, which I didn't participate in, but I started making it 3 months ago, I think. Yes. I got the yarn in the shop called Beautiful Knitters in London, in Pimlico, I believe. But I've not really done much progress on it. What is going on here? I've not done much progress on it because I'm just at the crisscross section. If you can see them a little bit, the crisscross sections. But I did my wraps on it a little too tight, so it's not sliding from the needle as easily as I would like it to for me to be able to knit it. So I'm waiting to get a smaller needle. I'm using my Helica needles, the wooden ones, the birchwood, no, driftwood, in the 375. So I want to get the 3.5 or 325 if they have them. Oh, sorry, 3.5 millimeters. So I'm gonna get the 325 or 3 millimeter needles if they have the interchangeable ones to finish it, because I really like it. The colors are really nice, I really enjoy them. 4 of these are from West Yorkshire Spinners again. It's in the Exquisite yarn. It's a mix of wool and silk. I believe it's 85-15. So you have the yellow color. I'm not really sure what the colorways of these are, so I'm trying to put a little side window on here with the information, if I can figure out how. But it's a really nice yellow for the top, which I wanted something contrasting, so I think it looks very nice. And then you have this nice gray one, the darker blue one, the teal one for the double slip stitches, which is used here. You can see a little bit more better. There we go. And then the last one for the welts and some of the other sections is, and also used in this one, is the Hedgehog Fibers Skinny Singles in the colorway Raku. It's a 100% merino wool. It's really soft, really nice. I wasn't sure if it's gonna work out in it because it's quite busy and it's just one in the pattern, so it's kind of on its own. So I wasn't sure if it's gonna really work out in it, but I'm happy with it because the short row sections, the triangles on the sides, I think they help to distribute a little bit better so it looks cohesive as much as it can. But yeah, I want to really finish it, but I have to get my new needles. Otherwise, I'm never gonna get to it. Because it's just annoying at this point to really try and do it. And my yarn is all over the place. It's kind of annoying to finish it. Because it's not easy to get back on the needles. Because it's quite tightly spun. I'm sure Steven said to not wrap it too tight, but I wasn't listening. Most likely. Okay, another finished object is my twist and turns, which I actually did participate in this year's MCAL. I'm actually on time, which I'm kind of surprised. But if you do not want to see any of the spoilers, the last one just came out yesterday. So I have one part of it already finished. But if you do not want to see anything, I'll give you like 5 minutes because I'm still gonna be talking about the yarn, but I'm gonna try and put a little time stamp to jump to if you don't want to know what it looks like, or if you're knitting in it and you don't want to be spoiled. So what I'm using for the 3 colors are these ones. These 2 are the Drops North, I believe. Drops is just, it's probably like the cheapest yarn you can get. I'm really like it because, you know, student budget. As much as I want to buy all the indie dyed yarns, it's just a little bit out of my price range at the moment. So it's a Drops North mix. This blue one, I believe there's a couple of different names throughout the different yarn weights that they have, but it's like blue mix or petro blue, something like that. And then just the plain old black one. And then for so this is my main color, my contrast color, and this is my accent color. It's a hand dyed yarn from indie dye from Ireland, from Vera Yarn Designs. It's in the colorway Labradorite, which I believe is it's a stone, like a precious stone that the colors are based on. And I really like this. I got it, I believe, also in Beautiful Knitters when I went there with my mom on my holiday. I really loved it. I was not sure what I wanted to do with it, but once the MCAL came around and it called for one contrast color, accent color, I was like, yes, this is going in for sure, because I really want to use it, and it works out really nice, as you'll see in a little bit. But it's a 100% superwash merino yarn. There's no nylon in it, but it's a merino sock high twist, so I believe the high twist gives it a little bit more structure and durability. Yeah, it's really nice, really soft. All of these, once they are knitted up, it's really nice and soft. Yeah, this one, the Drop Snort, is a mix of 45% alpaca, 30% polyamide, and 25% wool. So it's more alpaca than wool, so that's why it's so soft. And I hope once it blocks, it's gonna soften even more, because the shawl looks really nice, I would say. Yeah, if you do not want to see what it looks like, click away now, or look away. And okay, 3, 2, and 1. So here is my work in progress, Mr. Knit Along by Stephen West for this year. This is the first section, as you can see. Is the main color and the contrast color, the black and blue. It was really long one to knit. It takes a lot of time, considering it's the first section, but the finished object, the finished object for the first glue is really nice. I still have no idea how the hell you actually think about doing something like this, which is pretty much you have a lot of cast-ons and cast-offs, and then it makes like little ladders, so you then just braid them together into this one braid, which now gonna be connected in the fourth glue to the last section. From what I can see in the pattern, I've not actually seen how it looks like all together. It's gonna look quite asymmetrical, I would say, because I believe it's only on this that the border is made with. Here you have the cable section. It still calls for the little I-cord woven bits through, but I don't really want to do it in this yarn because I don't think it would look really nice. I will try one or two, but I just not convinced it would look really nice in the hand-dyed yarn, so I might do something else, some contrasting or some leftover yarns I have in my stash. This was the section 2, the both of these, the cables and the short rows. Then this long section, this zigzag section, is the section 3 that just got attached to the last section over here. I'm hoping you can kind of see the zigzag, the wavy pattern through it. I would say on the other side that actually gives you a better look on the variegation, so it also does its own little zigzag, but it's not really in sync with the main zigzag, which it's fine, it's different, it's just the yarn does what it does, and I quite like it. It's unique. And this I just finished today, the one section. It's easy because it goes from larger to smaller, so it goes quickly as you progress, so I think I could get this done in a day if I really wanted to. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to finish it. It's gonna be a really nice shawl. And yeah, this is my MCAL 2022 Twists and Turns by Stephen West. Ooh, another one. What's next? Another one is a Stephen West's pattern as well. It's his new, I think he released it like in like a week or something before the Twists and Turns came out, or maybe even after it came out within the clues. This is his basket weave shawl. I'm hoping you can see the texture. There's a little bit on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done 7 repeats of it. It needs 10 for the small ones, and then I can switch to the big ones. But I'm almost done there. But I'm gonna finish the Twist and Turns first, and then start on this and finish it. I'm using an acrylic yarn because I have a lot of it over there. Pretty much those 2 cubbies are just acrylic yarn from my old crocheting days because I was on a budget. It's just a really nice, I guess you could call it self-strapping because it's quite long color repeats. Yeah, it's pretty much the new one starts like here. It's like transitions into the white quite far. It's a really nice shawl. It's a DK weight shawl, so it goes quite quickly. I'm making this on the recommended needles, the 4.5. These are the Knit Pro, my first interchangeables that I ever got. So the metal needles from Knit Pro. I believe it's called Zing. Don't want to lie to you, but I think it's called Zing. And yeah, really nice, really soft. Probably gonna be a gift at some point if I finish it, but I really enjoy knitting it. It's quite easy to memorize. And the last Steven West pattern that I have to show you, it's quite big and heavy at this point. I'm joking, it's gonna be a weighted blanket because it says jigsaw puzzle blanket. It's supposed to be made with wool scraps or yarn scraps, but I'm making it with my, once again, the acrylic leftovers, because I just thought it's a blanket, it's gonna be warm, it's acrylic, it's gonna be snuggly. It's a DK weight gauge, I believe, because you're supposed to hold two fingering weight yarns together to make a DK weight, but some of them, like some of these are chunky and some of them are like double DK, so it's also like iron weight. I don't really mind it, it's nice, it's heavy, it's warm. I'm about halfway through done with it, so I have not that much to go, but it also needs an I-cord binder around the whole thing, so that's gonna take forever because it's pretty much a big like double bedspread size. So I can't wait to finish it because it's a lot of knitting, even though it's in pieces, so it's easier to manage, because I didn't really want to knit a blanket that was just one whole like 400 stitches here, there, back and forth. So this one is a bit more manageable because it's just small sections, big sections. You finish a section, you attach it to the other one, and you just do a piece by piece. So it gives you a sense of accomplishment after each finished section, because there's a lot of them. And yeah, really can't wait to finish it. It's gonna be really nice and warm. Alright, 2 left to go from my finished objects. Oh, what am I talking about? Works in progress. This one is my first ever cardigan I ever knit. It's called the Cloth Cardigan by Atelier Cliche. It's a top-down raglan constructions. It has a really nice shoulder detail that runs all the way down to the shoulders, and it pretty much splits out into the shoulders. The arms are just stockinette, so it's easy. I'm just working slowly on it in the round. Got my small needles. This is the Knit Pro Symphony, I believe, the wooden ones in 5mm. It called for 3 colors, so I did use 3 colors because I had leftovers of some of the Rowan cotton cashmere yarn that I'm using for it. This was on sale and on Woolable House, which is where most of my yarns come from. For these, which most of my yarns come from. This was on sale for, I think, £3.50 or something like that for a ball, which I think was quite a good price because the colors were discontinued, so they were getting rid of them. It's a mix of 85% cotton and 15% cashmere, but I'm not sure if it's just because it's not blocked yet, but it's not as soft as the Hobbii yarn, which is 100% cotton, but it's still nice and soft. It's just not as soft as that. And it calls for 3 colors. It's made in a double broken rib. I hope you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's a double broken rib. I finished the body and everything. It just needs the arms on both sides, and then it just needs the collar and the ribbing pretty much all the way around. It's gonna be a long while because it's quite a long thing to pick up stitches all around. So I'm gonna be finishing this at some point. This is more of a spring knit, I would say. So I'll try to finish as many pieces as I can before I try to cast anything new on. It's hard, but we'll get through it. And the last one that I want to talk about is another pattern by Max the Knitter. You can say I really like his patterns. It's his So Basic sweater. Which way is the right way? This way. Oh, yes. It's a So Basic sweater. It's made in alpaca mix. Oh, sorry, 100% alpaca. It's a yarn from Drops, once again, because, you know, living on a budget. It's 100% alpaca yarn. It's a 3-ply, I believe, so it's a little thinner than fingering weight, which is what's recommended for this one. But it's still really nice. I really wish you could see the detail in this, because it's not really just blue. It's like blue, greens, a little bit of yellow in the dark blues. It's a petrol mix. It's a really nice mix of colors. It's a fingering weight sweater, so it's taking forever. But I finished one sleeve and I have my little Max's single malt goat mascot on there. I'm not sure if he has any name. But yeah, I'm just working on my second sleeve slowly, so that's gonna be finished at some point. Just little in between projects, to be fair, here and there, make a few rounds, and then the whole body, which I hope is gonna go fast. But it's a really nice yarn, really soft. I'm hoping it's gonna soften up even more after washing, but even if it's soft already enough. But yeah, those are all my finished objects that I have at the moment. I hope I wasn't rushing through them. If I did, please let me know down below. I will try to slow down next time, because I know I can talk quite quickly. And yeah, I've been told many times that to slow down because it's quite ridiculous. Alright, now I have some yarn acquisition, so if that's not your cup of coffee, you feel free to go, you're dismissed. But I have a couple that I got recently, and also I have already a project for them, so it's nice to have already a project in mind. But I'm gonna have to get a new one. Yes. All 4 of these, or well, 6 of these in total, are from a maker named James. He's from Cheltenham Spy, I believe, in the UK, which is not as far from Birmingham. This is his logo. And he had his shop update about 3 weeks ago, I want to say. His autumn update, Halloween update. So I got 2 of his trick or treat colorways. They are really nice mix of you know, reds, oranges, blacks, purples, pinks, really vibrant yellows. I'll try to figure out the lighting for next time because it's not the best to showcase yarn. But yeah, it's really nice, really lovely. It's 75/25, so it's really soft, squishy. Not sure what I'm gonna use this in, probably a shawl with some other third color or something like that. I'll try to look at Steven's patterns because he has a lot of them. The other 2 that I got in the same shipment were these 2. This one is called The Last Days of Summer. It's also 75/25, all of them are. It's a 4-ply yarn, fingering weight yarn. It's 100 grams for 425 meters. It has really nice blues, greens, reds, blacks, just what summer has to offer pretty much, I would say. If you could make a summer yarn, this would probably be it. And the last one is called Vintage Flannel Shirts. It's really, like, I've never seen any yarn dyed like this, because it has like a lot of blocks of color at once. It's not really variegated as like this, it's just nice and smooth color. Oh, well, I'm not sure about smooth color transitions, I'm hoping, but he's really talented. Yeah, really like this one as well. And the 2 of them that I got before are his Apple Sours colorway and his Gobstopper colorway. Nice greens, blues, minty greens, really nice and lovely Apple Sours color. I'm sorry, Gobstopper, and the Apple Sours right here. It's really nice, vibrant, colorful. I need something with color in my life because I'm again with black. So these 4 plus, where did I put it? These 4 plus this one, which is the Zabber Ball from Schepperwolle. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. It's from Germany. All 4 of these are gonna most likely become the Vertices Unite by Stephen West. I already have the pattern. I'm just waiting to finish some things, so I don't have 8 things going on at once. But yeah, I can't wait to cast this on. I think the color is gonna be really nice with these ones. It's gonna work really nice together. And yeah, can't wait to cast it on. So those are all of my acquisitions, but I'm also joining a test knit sometime today when the pattern gets sent to me for a camaraderie cowl by Fox and Fick Knits. It's a nice cabled cowl. I'll again try to put a little picture here on the side. It's a DK weight. It calls for a single color for 500 yards or 485 meters, so it's like 200 grams of DK weight yarn, which I didn't quite have enough. This one is actually from my I ripped out my PR shawl by Stephen Best because I wasn't really I didn't like the colors of it as much, because I was just throwing yarns together. It was a nice fight, but then at the end it just got crazy. So I unraveled this, and I have like 210 grams of it. It's the Drops Lima again in the grey mix that I used for the Gold Star sweater, the light grey color. So it should be enough. If I won't have enough, I have this one, which is a nice rusty brown orangey rusty color from I'm not sure where it's from because I lost the label for it, but it's a DK weight yarn. I was supposed to use this for the Fox 6 sweater by Max the Knitter, but I was a little too intimidated by the 4 strands of yarn holding at once in the color work, so I didn't. So it's still in my stash, so I might use it at the top for like the top ribbing if I run out of yarn, or we'll see how it goes, but hopefully these are gonna be enough. And yeah, can't wait to cast this on. It looks really nice. As I said, I'll try to put a little picture to the side. And that's every acquisitions and everything that I've done. I would also like to talk about what I've been watching and what I've been reading lately. There's not much. As I said, I filmed this before, and I spent like 25 minutes just talking about all the people I was watching, so I tried to shrink it down to the people that I really watched just now. As I said, I really like male knitting podcasts because there's not enough of us. So I've been pretty much binge watching the Needless at the Ready, Kevin and Ray. They are from the USA, from Stratford, Connecticut, I believe. They're really nice. They are really nice guys. Really friendly, informative. They ramble on as well, so I'm enjoying it, as you probably should as well, because they finish things quite quickly, I would say, and have a nice color palette. They have a huge shelf of yarn behind them. Every knitter's dreams. Like this, what I have here is nothing compared to them. They have like the big IKEA shelf. So if you've not checked them out, go check them out. I'll link all of the yarns, the dyes, the patterns, and the things I will talk about in the description below. Another one is called Creabea. It's Rebecca from Edinburgh in Scotland. She's originally from there. She moved back there after working in London with her partner. She makes mainly sweaters, I would say, like sweaters, not really, I don't think she's done any shawls. Sweaters, cardigans, sometimes socks, hats. And she just released, I think 2-3 weeks back, her first pattern, the Cargill sweater, which looks really nice. It's not really my cup of tea. It's quite, I don't want to say feminine, but it like goes a little bit in that direction for me at least. It's a really nice pattern, even though like go check it out. It's really nice. I will try to put a picture of it on the site. And she also released a cowl today, which she does all of the proceeds she donates to charity, because it's the Cargill pattern did it really well for her, so she's just doing the Cargill cowl as a little thank you, and also to give some money back to the world. So yeah, go check her out. She's really lovely. Love her accent, everything about her pretty much. And the last one that I've been watching lately is Laura Penrose from Penrose Knits and her Knitting Pick podcast. She has 2 beautiful kids, so she makes not quite a lot of things for them, but a decent amount. I really enjoy her knitting podcasts as well as her vlogs. It's just nice to see the day in the life of a knitter, which is like, you know, it's not all day knitting, it's just doing other things as well, but the little snippets of knitting here and there. Just nice to watch and knit too and everything. So yeah, go check her out. She's also from the UK. I think close to Leamington Spa for chance. So not really, once again, far away from here. And yeah, that's really all of them that I wanted to talk about right now, because we would be here for another 20 minutes. What I've been reading, I've finished. What did I finish? Yes, I finished the second book in the Ready Player One series, the Ready Player 2 by, what's his name? Yes, by Ernest Cline. If you've not read the first book, it's pretty much what do you call it? It's a virtual reality made really, really well. It's pretty much every single person in the, I think it's like year 2145 or 2045 might be. Yeah, 2045 most likely. And there's this virtual reality game pretty much that took over the world, and it's humanity's favorite way to pass time because it's just the world's ending pretty much. So everybody just gets lost in there. So if you've not read the one, go read it for sure. The second one, I really liked it as well. It was kind of slow at the first, so I did put it down for like a month before I picked it back up, and then it really picked up in like the second half really, really, really well. And I really loved it. I wish it would be a little bit longer, but all the best things can be 2,000 pages. So go check it out. And what I'm reading right now is the Dune book. Can't remember the name of the guy who wrote it. It's an old book. I'm sure you know it. It's the new movie came out a year and a half ago, maybe. So I'm reading it because the book is pretty much what the second movie is gonna be about as well, because it's the two movies in one. Because they split the movie in two, as much as I can tell from my friend, who read it and loved it. So I'm giving it a try. There's a lot of words that I didn't know, and they have like a little glossary on the end, but there's like 60 different new words made up that I just keep shuffling between there and back if I don't know anything, and some words are just English that I've never heard in my life. So it's kind of hard to also be reading it and just referring to the dictionary every 5 minutes. But yeah, go check it out. It's a really nice sci-fi book. And yeah, I believe that's everything that I wanted to talk about. I'm glad I didn't talk about 4 hours and 20 minutes as before. It's just hitting the 45-minute mark in a little bit, so it's gonna be probably my first shorter episode. I hope I wasn't talking too fast. If I was, please let me know. I know I can talk fast, especially when I'm nervous, because I've never done anything like this before. If you enjoyed it, like the video, comment down below, give me a like, subscribe if you want to see more next time, when I have time to do more and I actually finish something. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. I'll try to respond to everyone. All my social media is going to be linked down below, which is just pretty much my Instagram, which is the yarn and pastries at Instagram. So if you want to see some more day-to-day life in my knitting journey, give me a follow there as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you around in the next video. Bye.